One of the days when I came into the country, we were at the border where, these immigration guys were checking on everybody, and the crowd was so much. Those that had diplomatic passport were using their diplomatic passport to just do a shortcut, and we're all just there in the line. And then somehow, some of these guys, when they are checking you, everything is psychology to them. Either it has to do with your face, your looks, your ID card, anything that doesn't make sense to them, they can just pick on you. And then when it almost got to my turn, I looked and I saw a face I knew. And immediately she saw me, she just told the other guy, said, no, don't check him. He said, I know him, he's my friend. He said, and so? If he's your friend, and she said, I know him. So somebody became curious and said, so how long have you known him? He said, I've known him as far back as school days. This one doesn't belong to those set of people. And that was how I just passed through. Relationship currency. You will agree with me that the person you just spoke to actually defined where the person is headed. If I tell you I'm a virtual assistant, if I say I'm into cryptocurrency, I just explained the door to you. And if you want to go that way, if you establish that connection, that's where you're headed. Are we together? Every man is a door, depending on where you're going. All right, forgive me, I won't give you details. There's masterclass tomorrow. Masterclass is for detailed people. There's how to know the door to knock on and the door to open. And the one, when you knock, there's something you will hear, you will not respond. Find out tomorrow. Are we together? Find out tomorrow. Because if you notice here, some of us got a number. Contact is not connection. What did I say? Contact is not connection. But that can be the first place. But contact is not connection. You can get to a place where you meet people and then they just share their numbers. There are some persons, they don't give you their personal numbers. They'll give you their personal contact. They might just give you the contact of either their PA or the administrator. And then they will watch those who will be consistent in calling. There are stages to these things. But I can't share that here. Other people have things to say. Number 4, your mind must be properly positioned in dealing and managing relationships. Why? Because it has to do with seeing and not looking. Many look, few see and recognize. Like I said, you will find that out tomorrow. Because not everybody in this room can actually see. There are some of us, you just look for who is wealthy, influential in the room. But there are a lot of things to look at. Can you spot the next phase of your business? Can you spot who has the next phase of your business? Number 5, the quality of your relationship is a major indicator of your net worth. We've heard some persons say, if you have 5 friends that are wise, you didn't count well. They say you are the 6th one that is also wise. That's true. If you have 5 friends that are rich, you didn't count well. But let me add a little disruption to that thing. I hope you know it's not everybody you call that will respond to your call, even though they might have the money to respond to you. That means there is something missing. You can establish contact, but the aim of a relationship is to establish connection. And that's what many of us don't know. Do you know if you lack relationship, it will look like you're under a curse? You see the way we talk about curses. I'm a faith-based person, a pastor. I understand when we talk about curses. And I can tell you for free, if I want to identify someone who is under a curse, it's somebody who doesn't know how to manage relationship. It is not good for man to be a what? It's already a curse. You don't lack speed. You lack the right relationship. You're not lacking $1 million. You just lack the right relationship. You're not lacking space. You just lack the right relationship. Because I'm speaking for my son, I will just say this. The truth of the matter is that a lot of the things that have happened in my life that I consider as, or what people might consider as progress, success, breakthrough, name it, 90% has been relationship. 90%. So I am very, very intentional about the people in my circle. I am very, very intentional. So in your business, you must be very intentional. Number 6, relationships are built, sustained, and managed. Hence, it requires intentional investment. Find out how it is done tomorrow. I've spoken with some persons, and they will tell you, this thing about calling people, checking up on people, I don't know how to do it. Even my mother is complaining, my auntie is complaining. He will soon be broke. Even everybody in my family, they complain. They complain about this, my character. I'm trying to work on it. I'm working on it. These days, I hardly believe people who use that word. I'm working on it. Because sometimes this work you're working on, 8 years, you've not been able to finish this construction of working on yourself. The truth of the matter is this. There are rules of engagement when it comes to relationship. Everyone you see today who excel in business, relationship. We celebrate Dangote, we mention his name. Every musician that sings wants to put his name inside. When it has to do with either he put his name or he put the name of $40. But I stand to be corrected. In his business growth, his grandfather played a major role. Alhaji Sanusi Dantata played a major role in his life. And so many other relationships, down to the former president of Nigeria, President Olusegun Obasanjo, the likes of $40. These guys played major roles in the advancement. There were things they heard. There were things they learned. You will hear it here. You will hear this tomorrow. It's not in this kind of room to be sincere. If we seek to do that, other speakers won't share anything. Number 7, relationships are also very spiritual, which will entail you engaging the God factor because you are dealing with the hearts of men, including your clients. Your clients have a heart. Your customers have a heart. The institution you're dealing with, if you are not able to get into their hearts, your business can't get to the next level. You will need relationships. You will need it. If you're here, you say, well, don't mind me, I'm an introvert, I don't talk to people, no problem. You will find out what it means to be alone. You don't come into a room like this and sit down for hours. And after that, you don't talk to anybody, you don't reach out to anybody, you don't get someone's contact, get to know someone. But before that, you don't just go about taking people's numbers. For some of us, we aimlessly go about taking people's numbers, take people's contacts, because there are certain relational skills we have not yet put in place. So that brings me to 10 strategic relational tips for business acceleration. I know I'll not be able to finish that. Number one, focus first on being than doing. Focus first on being than doing. Being simply talks about your mentality, the way you think, your belief system, and your personal transformation. Focus first on your being than your doing. I know for some of us, you just want to learn strategies. And you see, there's a thin line between strategy and manipulation. I'm talking about when it becomes your mindset, when it becomes your mentality. It's your mindset. Privileged to be flying in from London. Everybody in the plane was very good, nice, normal. calculated. Whatever, anything you man talk, you follow. They say, sit down here, we sat down. Because nobody wanted to misbehave. Question. What happened the moment our plane landed Niger? As he landed the Lagos airport, the thing just started. You know the thing now. The thing just starts. The air hostess said, please just sit on your seat. You will get to you, then you can pick up your load. One guy just from the back. You know the business class. You do economy. Just pushed his bag and was just heading to the front. They had to send him back. The other guy said, Oga, where are you going? They started fighting. They did not fight when Oyibo was speaking English to us. Just came to a conclusion. Sometimes don't blame people, it's just the way they think. And one of the mentality you must eradicate. We'll talk more about that tomorrow. Please eradicate that parasitic mentality. Take. What I want to get, take. You shake somebody, you know what you want to get something. You hug, you want to take something. The business, you want to take something. Number 2. Invest generously and contribute genuinely in the relationship. As a business person, learn to invest generously and contribute genuinely. Be genuine in your business. Be genuine in your dealing. Be genuine in your dealings. Number 3, your location is core to the quality of people you meet that influence your business. Make sacrifices. I need to state this clearly. Make sacrifices to be in the room of great people. The dawn, my life changed. The day I stopped prioritizing meetings I don't pay for. That's the day my life changed. Free meetings didn't change me. Okay. Are you upset? Okay. Tell the person next to you, free meetings don't change people. I know you won't say this one because you gave me free. Free meetings don't change people. No, say it well. Okay. One of the things I found out that happens when you come to a free meeting. If you walk into a place where they're in a free meeting and there are top people in that room, one of the first things, the top people there know that it's a free meeting. So they know that every Tom, Dick, and Mariah is in that room. So when people come, they put up a wall. When I went to Dubai for one of my mentors' leadership meetings, when I got there, it was a paid meeting. When I got there, greeting everybody, you will respond well because the person that is greeting you paid for the event. You won't look down on someone who paid for an event. You don't, am I correct? You won't look down on the person that paid for an event. It's not because you are after money. No. There is something, the person who paid for an event, there's a perception you have about that person. That this person understands value. Aside the fact that I've evolved into relationship management, even in business and in career. For those of you who know me very well, I'm a relationship and a love expert. I did it for 9 good years. Hundreds of people, they all packed full everywhere, packed full, and then people just want to hear the vibes of what I want to say. It's the vibes they just wanted to hear. And I just noticed that they were not really interested in learning. They just wanted to enjoy the atmosphere. Until gradually I evolved into paid events. And you see, when you step into that room, you take it seriously. Make sacrifices to be in the room with great people. Number 4, be intentional about building connection and not just contacts. I understand in business we chase after transactions, nothing bad in it. But in my own philosophy, I like to put the horse before the cart and not the cart before the horse. In business, in my own opinion, your connection is priority before transactions. Have you noticed people who want to steal from you? They are quick to make you do the transaction. 419 person say, oh, pay the money, you don't pay the money. I know when you begin to sound like that and push people that way, they begin to suspect you. Because you are not showing them that please, are we still here? You are not showing them that you are interested in the business. It feels like you want to cheat your way through. You are just after the transactions. Transaction is good. Connection is better. Number 5. Everybody take note of this one. Reach out first and be grateful. Always, especially with those relevant to your business. Reach out first. I get it. Some of us, our ego and our pride. You walk into a room, you say, what's she feeling like? Okay. What's he feeling like? Okay. I remember one time, someone did something to me, and then my wife said, the way this person did, I said, I asked my wife a simple question. Did your father give you a silver spoon? She said, no. I said, neither did my own father. So at this point, suffer it to be so. I will reach out first. There was a principle I saw in the Bible. Why did Jesus, who is Lord, Master, and God, why, on what grounds would he allow himself to be baptized by John the Baptist? On what grounds? I am Lord and I am God. Why will I? And of course, John the Baptist recognized his Oga. He said, no. Even the latches of your shoe, I am not worthy to even untie it. But what did Jesus say? Suffer it to be so. I want to drop a principle. Never forget it till you die. There are certain connections you will never have in your business until you suffer it to be so around certain people. If you keep up with your arrogance and your pride, that door will never open. There are some persons, they might sound in a particular way. Ignore their weaknesses. Ignore their attitude. You know what you're looking for. You know what you need. Suffer it to be so. Tell the person next to you, learn to reach out first. 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 Well done. Reach out first. Reach out first. Reach out first. When we close from here, go after some people. Reach out first. Reach out first. Greet them. Don't wait for them to. Don't allow them leave. Reach out first. Some of us, you're here now. Okay, some of us, you're in this room now. You're sitting with your closest friend that is broke and not moving forward. You guys came from the same place together. You walked into this place again. You are still sitting together. The conference will end. You will still go home together and stay broke. My life changed when my friend Kunle, those days in school, we will come for program. Kunle will leave all of us and come to the front and sit down. So my guys were like, Kunle, what's your own now? Not only you want to learn. We were just charging in, not only you want to learn. And Kunle is always with this key holder he normally puts on his trouser. The key holder, when you look like you have a car. Peter Tranfat, you know what I'm talking about. You saw them very well. They hang out for Lagos. The thing don't hang. They don't get car, but na key. So he will just hang the key holder and he will just be sitting in front. After everything, he's greeting everybody. Oh, well done, sir. We will just be at the back, waiting they do this one. One day we went for a business summit. I sat at the back. All our friends who sat at the back, Kunle left us and sat again in the front with the key holder. Then there was one man who finished talking. I'll mention his name for security reasons. So when he was done talking, Kunle walked up to the guy. My friend said, Uche is here. He don't start again. He don't start. Adumadu. So we were sitting somewhere, we're laughing at him. So Kunle got there and the discussion started. This was what he told us. The man now asked Kunle, so how are you? Kunle was discussing. I don't know what Kunle said. The man now said, what's this key holder the way you, it's very fanciful. Kunle said, because one day I know I will own my own car. I just know one day I'll own my own car. And the man looked at Kunle. Coincidentally, the man said, my birthday is coming. And I was thinking in my heart that I want to gift somebody a car. Oh, wow, Abi. Keep sitting with them. Continue. Keep sitting with them. Continue. And that was how Kunle drove us home. Along the way, I said, everybody was laughing. I was not talking. They thought it was jealousy and envy. I was thinking about my life. Along the way, I said, Kunle, stop. I said, Uche, but no be you. I said, I don't reach where they go. I wanted to stop so that on my way home, I will take. I was not ready for that frenzy gist inside the car anymore. And that was the day it ended. So when I come for meetings like this, I beg my friends, let's talk later outside. For now, I'm in a room where I need to learn. Did you get something? All right, let me wrap this up. Number 6, respect and honor relationships. Learn to respect and honor relationships. Respect people's boundaries. Learn to respect people's boundaries. When someone tells you, I don't like this thing, respect it, honor it, and please live a life of honor. Do you know why people travel from afar to go for a business friend's child dedication? They don't know the child, but they know the person. Glory Rain is coming. I'm a pastor. Glory Rain is important to Pastor David Ibiome. I will show up. When pastors are greeting, I'll be greeting. Because Pastor David Ibiome can, from what I know personally, he knows your face just by looking at you. So we go there and just register our face. Tell somebody next to you, learn to show up. Every time, sorry, I couldn't make it. Transport this, data this, learn. You're losing people. 7, build trust intentionally through loyalty and execution of tasks. I'll talk about this tomorrow. How to build this thing called loyalty and execution of tasks. You also find this in my book. Build trust intentionally. Ladies and gentlemen, if you are here and you've broken trust before, one way or the other, some of us have done that one way or the other. But please believe me, trust is one currency you cannot joke with. You can't joke with it. Trust is the reason today, even at the United Nations General Assembly, when our own dear nation, when they were asking for a seat at the Security Parliament, we're asking for a seat. When our own security, we have issues here. How can I trust your business? I can't trust your brand. You keep telling me it will be ready in 4 days, in 5 days. I will wait for 5 weeks. Never let people see you as a liar in business. Never let people see you as a liar in business. If someone patronizes you, you have made sales. But if the person ends up telling 1 or 2 or 3 persons, you are not making sales anymore. You're building a brand and you're building trust. Somebody say trust. And if ever for any reason you have broken that trust, please do whatever it takes to build it back again. Apologize when necessary. Why is sorry so difficult for a lot of us? Why? You are evasive. You block every discussion. You block it so that you will not say sorry. Will you die? Just say, I'm sorry. Work on it and get better. Stop shutting your doors. Number 8, never cut off. Please take this number 8 seriously. Never cut off or ignore kingmakers and gatekeepers of your industry. This is one area I've noticed that a lot of young businesses and young people, we miss out on this area. There are kingmakers in this room. If only you can spot them. A kingmaker might not be a king. Most of the time, kingmakers are not kings, but they enthrone kings and dethrone them. There are kingmakers in your field. There are kingmakers in your business. There are kingmakers in your industry. You need these people. Make them your allies and not your enemies. Stop making the kingmakers your enemies. Make them your allies. Politicians understand this. The business people need to know this as well. The Dangotes, the Mark Zuckerberg you're talking about, they were kingmakers. Steve Jobs was highly instrumental in the life of Mark Zuckerberg. There are kingmakers. I was reading the story of Colonel Sanders, that is the KFC guy. You know, we couldn't really find any mentor around his life. Couldn't really find any strategic mentor around his life. But personally, I came to a conclusion. In as much as he's used most of the time to encourage people that, well, you can start at 60, you can start at 50, 65. You and I know you don't want to start at 60. But in my own inference, I just said to myself, Is it possible that there was nobody at the time of Colonel Sanders that he was open to strategically influence him? Dangote shared the story how his grandfather taught him a lot. Mark Zuckerberg talked about how Steve Jobs taught him about integrity in business, how to be straightforward, how to keep track record with your customers and your clients. He learned these things. Never joke with your kingmakers. Do you know them? When you walk into a room, can you find them? I went to 12 countries this year. 12 countries, both from the UK and Europe. I can tell you for free, it didn't happen because I had millions in my account. I'm just telling you my field. There were strategic relationships in my life. I had kingmakers. I had people who were power brokers, influencers. Somebody needs to call. Do you know every business there, you wait for that one person that will put a call through on your behalf. True or false? You wait for that one person that will put a call through on your behalf. You need these kingmakers. They are around you. Don't be arrogant. Be wise enough to spot them, or else 2026, I tell you the truth, you might find yourself at the same level. I'm saying this both in ministry and in business. Okay. Number 9, be matured and wise in solving relational issues and challenges. Why? Not all relationships are the same. You must discern them so you know how to close certain relationships, how to end certain relationships. I'll never forget an example one of my mentors gave. I will never forget it in my life. He said there's a difference between your clothes and your hand. There's a relationship you have between your hand and your clothes. No matter how bitter or wounded, you will never go and amputate your hands. Would you cut it off? You won't do that. But your clothes can get torn. You throw it away and then you pick up another. Ladies and gentlemen, in as much as there's this statement of, I don't need anybody, I only need God. It's God that lifts men. It's God that prospers businesses. You are right. You are also wrong. There are certain people you don't cut off in business. They are in your field. They are in your sector. You don't just wake up and cut them off. There are some people you can just do away with, but there are others you cannot. Sir, you see as the year is rounding up, I am already doing what I call an intentional relationship audit. What brought money into my life? What drained me? What inspired me? What increased my passion? What nearly killed me? Who did I meet that nearly ended?
Let's be honest. In this generation,
nobody will do that for you. You will carry out an intentional relationship audit, or else prepare for your business to remain the same. The last, but not and can never be the least, the God factor. The God factor. Never ignore the God factor in relationships. As much as we put our posting out there, as much as the digital world is important, AI, marketing, you put your stores out, these things are very good. Please, they are very, very good. What did I say? They are very good. Visibility, they are very good. And I respect all those who are in that field. It is very good. Reason is because those are the platform for somebody that possibly God will touch the heart of that person to select you. My door to United Kingdom opened because somebody put a post online. And a man from the United Kingdom saw that post and said, I never knew something like this was going on in Nigeria. When he came to Port Harcourt, we held a meeting together, somewhere at the airport. And in that meeting, we had a discussion. The rest is history. After that meeting, I found myself in rooms. Nobody in my lineage has yet entered such places. I did not say this in water in my mouth. I know where I'm coming from. Stop shortchanging your business and your life with your bad attitude. You need God. You need His grace. You will need it. You know that scripture that says, the heart of kings is in the hands of God? You need somebody. You walk into a room, somebody somewhere has to take a chance on you. And it takes God to move the heart of somebody to do that. Someone took a chance on me. I'm not taking the credit for everything. Someone took a chance on me. I went for a conference, I finished talking to some persons. A couple from Poland saw me. After that discussion, immediately after that discussion, that was my door to Poland. And I can go on and on and on. It has both helped me financially. I run a consulting company. I make most of my clients are not really in Nigeria. Most of my clients are outside the country. As a relationship expert, most of my clients are not here. Most of them are outside the country. I'm on phone. I'm dealing with some matters. The money is coming in dollars. It's coming in pounds. I created different accounts. And I'm moving. It was the same way somebody took a chance on me when a call was made from the United Nations. And when they made that call, guess what? I think Olumati used to hear, but I said it one time in his presence. When that matter came out to the United Nations, the person that was to take me to that room asked a question because he found out I'm Igbo. Also found out I'm a pastor. Sorry, I feel like removing this thing now because the person said, I'm just worried. He's an Igbo man. Igbo man. I'm just worried. And then to make matters worse. No, I'm serious. To make matters worse, he's a pastor. In my mind, I'm like, what did pastor do now? Ladies and gentlemen, somebody say trust. Somebody say trust. Why they were talking about me? You know what the other person told them? He said, if it is trust, it is you. Sincerely, I don't trust. Oh. That was going to be the game changer if I was going to go to the United Nations or not. The person said, if it is Uchenna Juan Augustine, if it is trust, it is you, I might not trust. If it is this man, you can trust him. And that was how the ticket came. You don't know. And for me, it was both a lesson and a compliment. A lesson in the sense that I told myself, I'm going to go and fix every area that I must have broken trust. If this is that important, I need to go and fix any area that I messed up. And then I made up my mind that I will not just take trust as a strategy. I'll take it as a lifestyle. Please put it as part of the core values of your business. The moment people begin to trust your business, you've gone beyond just making sales. You become a brand, and people can talk about you over and over and over and over again. I hope with these few points of mine,